Hello, everybody. I hope all of y'all are having a good day today. I just got home from the gym, got my workout done, and while I was in the gym, I just kept hearing inside my spirit was, "Don't you know that you're the temple of God? You are the temple of God." And I got to thinking, all through the Israelites' history, they would build a temple, and those people that weren't of God would come in and destroy their temple. First temple, second temple, the Roman Empire in 70 AD. And if we're the temple of God now, then all those outside of God have never stopped trying to destroy God's temple. And so I was thinking, how it's been over the past 100 years or so since we've become modernized and civilized, and we have all these preservatives and additives in our food and fluoride in the water and all of your medications have fluoride in them, almost all of them. They say fluoride is a binding agent, I was debating with someone about fluoride, and they said, the fluoride in the water is just so little, it's minuscule amounts, so it doesn't mean anything. And I said, okay, well, what about the medicines, the vitamins that it's in, and all these little things? So just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, it all adds up, And then we're bombarded with all these things, your five senses. This world is designed to get your attention away from the inner and to look at the outer. And I was thinking to myself that, the final straw, for this matrix to disconnect you, to destroy that temple, is to remove the cornerstone. The cornerstone is the most important stone in the whole build, the foundation stone. And our foundation stone, right there, Christ in the middle, Golgotha, place of the skull. Christ in the middle, two thieves, and he joins those two together. He makes the two one again, Adam and Eve. We become single-minded instead of double-minded. And if you can destroy that connection, you destroy you destroy the temple of God. And when you have a people without a temple, you can control them. You can take them into captivity. And that's what happened. Recently, I've seen some people trying to use Romans 13 as a way to get you to submit to putting something in your body that you don't want. They're saying you have to submit to the government. Whatever the government said, the government was appointed by God, It really drives me crazy when people take things out of context. What if the mother of Moses, when Pharaoh said, I want all the firstborn, I want all of them, I'm going to kill them all. The mother of Moses said, no. She put her baby in a basket, sent him up the river. Joseph and Mary, they were obeying the law. They were coming to do the census, They were following the law. But whenever Herod said, I want the firstborns, I'm going to kill all the firstborns, what did they do? They took off and they left. Jesus said, give the emperor what is his. Give Caesar what is Caesar's. Pay your taxes and do those things. But he doesn't expect you to sit around and just be rolled over. All through history, evil kings and queens and emperors have taken advantage of Romans 13 to try to make people submit. There was a time in history whenever England was over Scotland, and they had lords all over the place that owned land. That's why they call them landlords, But They owned these big areas of land, and they would have villages on their land. You know, hundreds, if not thousands of people on their land. And there was a law that said that the lord of that land, if there was a man and a woman that decided to get married, they wanted to get married, and they got married, there was a law that said that that lord could come to them before the man and woman came together as one and had relations, that lord could come in and say, no, I'm first. I get to have sex with your wife first, and then after me, you can have your wife. It's my God-given authority, because the king that was supposedly ordained by God allowed that. The people finally had enough of laws like that, and they stood up. Can you imagine if that was still going on today? Can you imagine that? Think about it. Now, that's a king's law saying that it's okay for your wife to commit adultery with another man before she can have sex with you, because the law says so. Think about that. Kings tried to stop the Americas from having a revolution. You know, the England was over the colonies in America, and they were under religious oppression. They didn't have religious freedom, and all kinds of things were happening, and they finally stood up and said enough is enough, and the king used Romans 13. You're supposed to be under my authority. Luckily, people understood the context of what was written and said, no, enough is enough. Any devil can take the Bible and puppet it and make it say whatever they want to say. No. Listen to that voice within you. It's screaming to you what is right and what is wrong. The only authority you're under now is God's authority, His law. And His law is love. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's love. Everything is measured in love. Yes, follow the rules, pay your taxes, do those things, but whenever things come around that you know is just completely ridiculous and out there that's, it's not right, you don't have to submit to that authority. I love you all. God bless.